Hi, I'm Martin Kuppinger. I'm here with Slávek from Evolveum, and we're here to talk about the future of digital identity and the perspectives of Slávek on this topic. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here and have this talk with you.
Okay, so when I say future of digital identity, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
We are here at this conference, and I hear a lot of people talking about distributed identity, EIDs, EOLs, and all this stuff. And we in Evolveum, we are in the business for identity management, part of the solution. And I'm always thinking how to combine these two words, because the digital identity and distributed identity is mostly about authentication. Then I discovered it's exactly, I'm getting to this, because you need to aggregate the data somewhere, because people are having this distributed identity, but at the end they want to access services within a single organization or some project, and you still need identity management as a strong layout where you can aggregate all the data and have this foundation, and also use it to be able to provide some additional pieces to the distributed identity again.
Yeah, and I think that is one part. The other thing is, for instance, a wallet with the proofs. A proof that is Martin can help us immensely, incredibly in onboarding process, for instance. So this is a low-hanging fruit for success of that integration, where you say this, so to speak, the joiner process in IGA, in the Identity Governance Administration, becomes simplified because you have proofs, verified identities, a lot of credentials, a lot of attributes you can use up to the birthright provisioning.
Exactly. I was having the same thought. You will have a lot of attributes from multiple sources, maybe even with different quality. So it gives us in front of new problem how to manage this basically different values for the same attribute, maybe with different level of assurance, or maybe some source that you can trust. Or if you provision to a third party, the third party might trust this information, not the others. So we need to manage this, and this is what we need to improve.
Yeah, I think we will not have the same level of assurance for all attributes anymore, which we currently probably also don't have. We just assume we have it. I think every IGA problem struggles with identity information quality, because factually we don't have verified data. We have wrong data, incomplete data, out of date data, etc. And we need to work with that. And there's still this assumption that the data in the identity management system is correct. And I think what you're saying is with decentralized identities or distributed identities and all the different attributes we can get from there, we potentially have a means to get better in quality and to understand which quality is, or which attribute is of which quality and how trustworthy.
Yes, this is exactly one of my points. There are other problems, because sometimes you have quality data, but the user might prefer something else. For example, if you have foreigners, you have transcribed the name from the different alphabet to our Latin alphabet, and you might have official translation, not something that the person prefers because it feels natural, and you need to work with this in a different way. For example, if you have something like social network, you can go with the preferred name. But if you have something official, when you really need the official name, you need to select the official data. I think this is the future of distributed identity and how we process it in identity governance.
I even envision that we kind of use a lot of that to automate move or legal processes. So if the proof of employment disappears, we trigger a legal process. So if there's no valid proof of Martin as a KuppingerCole analyst anymore, we can trigger the legal process in IGA. And if something changes in attributes, this may trigger a removal process. So I think there are really some cool things we can do, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, I totally agree. And this opens a lot of new possibilities, especially when you are thinking outside a single organization, you're thinking about some potential collaborations.
What do you think, for instance, about pharmaceuticals, where you have truly the business to employee, the workforce, but then you have clinical trial patients, researchers, people from university, suppliers, etc. You have a super complex B2B to C, etc., and B2B to whatever environment. And I think in these environments, we have a huge potential to simplify things compared to how we do IGA traditionally.
Yeah, that's true. And this brings another challenge. It's a privacy protection, especially in the medical sector. So you're treating patients, and there might have a lot of sensitive data.
What is shared? Exactly. It gives us this option to say only that part is shared in that context. You're right.
What we were experimenting with on technical level is how to store provenance data to the attributes. So you know the origin, and you can also store how sensitive the information is, and maybe even what you are legally able to do with such information, and use this within the IGA to put automatic rules to process that, and maybe even let user affect these rules and put really users into control of his or her personal data.
Got it. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on that aspect of the future of digital identity. I think there are so many things going on. And decentralized or distributed identities or self-sovereign identities surely are an important part of this. So thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you very much for this nice talk.